Okay, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be going over the 5-minute gap strategy. This is the mechanical strategy that we've been forward testing over the last 5 weeks. This is going to be the sixth week that we're covering here. So if you guys aren't familiar with what the 5-minute gap strategy is or what we're looking for, we'll go over it here. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to be taking the 5-minute chart, which you guys see here. We're going to be finding the 10 a.m. So the first 5-minute gap to form after 10 a.m. So as you can see, here's the 10 a.m. candle. And what the gap is simply is just a 3-candle setup. So you have candle 1 here, candle 3 here. And if there's a gap between the high and the low of candle 1 and candle 3 on candle 2, that's your gap. So we have that marked out here. And if it's a bearish gap, then we take a short. If it's a bullish gap, we take a long. We do have a fixed 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio on this setup, and that's kind of what we're doing. So over the last 5 weeks, this strategy has yielded $11,720 total in profit, $2,344 per week. So let's start here with Monday. We're just going to go through and see how this past week went. So with the gap marked out here, so in this scenario, we would be taking a short. So let's go ahead and get our short position put on here. Where's that? Right, yeah. This will help us with our math. Because we're not, math is hard, right? Math is hard. So a 2-to-1 risk to reward. Stop's going to go at the top of candle 3 or candle 1. Or the top of candle 2, depending upon which one's higher. So in this case, candle 1 is higher, so that's where we will place it. And we're looking for a 2-to-1 risk to reward. So as you can see, did we get tagged in? Gap forms. Goodness, I accidentally clicked it. It's fine. Gap forms. It trades back up, tags us in, and then pushes down. Now it does not hit the target. Let's move that back to where it needs to be. It does not hit the target. It trades down to 966, and the target's down here at 944. Pushes back up, stops us out. So on this particular day, we lost 41 handles. So 41 handles in the red on Monday. Let's move on over to Tuesday's action, see what we got. And let's take this off. Let's find the 10 a.m. candle. So here is 10 a.m. right there, as you guys can see. So let's go ahead and mark out the gap there. Did form on the 10 a.m. candle on this particular day. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. It just depends. And we will be taking a long off of this gap. So let's get our position put on here. Keep it in the wrong thing. So we would get long from there. Stop is going to be at the bottom of candle number 1 right there. And let's go ahead and outline our 2-to-1 risk to reward. There it is. So did we get tagged in? Yes. So price pushed up. Then you can see on this candle here, this wick came back down in, tagged us in there, and it drove straight to our target. So on this day, we took 79.5. We are going to round up. We're just going to use whole numbers here. 80 handles in profit for Tuesday. So now we are up on the week about 39 handles going into Wednesday. So let's find the 10 a.m. candle on Wednesday. 10 a.m. is here. No gap so far. And then right there at 10:50 a.m. there is a gap. So let's go ahead and mark that out. So there's the gap there. Do we get tagged in? We do. So we're supposed to be taking a long. It pushes up, pulls back, tags us in here, tags us in from here, and then stops us out. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what, this is obviously a loss. So let's just use this thing to tell us what the loss would be. $46 handles. So as you can see there, we're putting our stop loss at the bottom of candle number 1. So a loss of 46 handles going into Thursday. So far we're in the red slightly for the week. And here's Thursday's action. Let's find the gap here. This is the 10 a.m. candle here. So we do have a gap there. You guys can already see that I got the P&L on there. So it's not a huge gap this day, but it is a gap. So price pushes up. It comes back, tags us in right there, as you can see. We get tagged in right on this green candle here, and then pushes to our target. So in this particular scenario, we're up 56 handles. So let's move on into Friday. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe. We are trying to push into 1,000 subscribers and have not gotten there yet. We still need 500 or 600 more to go. So I would like to get to that as soon as possible. And if you are interested in trading futures, then obviously you can see we got links to APEX, Bulenox, and Topstep in the description. So here's your 10 a.m. candle right here. So this is the gap from Friday. 10 a.m. candle, the gap formed right on the first candle. Now, do we ever get tagged in? This is a painful one. Look at this. We do not get tagged in. Price pushes back up to the 14, and we're trying to get tagged in right there at the 19. So it was 5 handles away from tagging us in, but it didn't do it. So we never got tagged in. Price pushes all the way down. Would have hit the target. So Friday, in fact, is a no trade. And sometimes you're going to have that, right? It's just how it goes. So this week we had 87 handles in the red, and then we had 136 handles in the green. So since math is hard, and I made a mistake on the last video, we're going to utilize the calculator. It's our friend. So now we're up 49 handles this week. If you followed this strategy to a T, $20 a handle. We're using 1 mini. That's $980 this week. So a little bit lower this week than what we have been averaging. We'll take and add that to the 11,720 that we've made over the previous 5 weeks. Divide that by 6, and we're still averaging $2,116 per week on this strategy. So this strategy is in the back testing, it was running at around a 50% win rate, a little bit lower than that. So it's right in line with what we expect it to be so far. Now, what I am doing, I am taking this on a 150K Topstep account, but I did also open a live account, and I started this live account on Wednesday. We took our first trade on Wednesday. So we captured Wednesday and Thursday, which this week was a loser and a winner, and we're up $42. So we started the account. Well, actually, it's $12 more than that. So 42 plus 12 is $54. Now we're using 2 micros on this strategy. Can't afford to do any more than that, but that's what we're doing so far. So anyways, we're up $54 on this account. And if you guys are interested in seeing these strategies traded live, we do stream 5 days a week, 9:15 a.m. for the New York session. So if you're interested in seeing what happens, just join us. Again, we're going to be taking these strategies on a live account. I'm opening another live account to do the 15-minute breakout as well. But we're just going to get started with this one on this live account. So that's it for this video. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.